which, if you weren't on the Cache Park, you might have not heard about that much, but me and the Cache Park committee have been working to kind of, not really modernize, but just update a lot of the stuff at Cache Park and revamp some of the stuff that was a little outdated. So I decided to do this through the Girl Scouts of Western New York, and by doing this, I'm able to get my gold award, which it's a really low number. It's under like 5% of girls get it, who ever become Girl Scouts worldwide, and I have to have at least 80 hours of like work towards the award, and it has to have a long and lasting impact on the community. And I think Cache Park is something that is a little underappreciated in our community, and I thought that by doing this, I could make it have a bigger impact and have a little bit more shine to it than it used to have. So this is what we started with. It was pretty overgrown. A lot of the stuff was old. A lot of the woodwork was outdated. It was just need of a lot of help to keep it up and maintained. So we scraped it and we repainted the entire sign. We had to measure. We also had to stabilize the sign because when you would sit on the benches, it would wobble. So yeah, we measured and then we scraped all the old paint off and painted it. This is us reinforcing the benches because it was a little wobbly. And then the trail signs, we thought they were very hard to read, unreadable almost, especially when we're trying to introduce new trails. We wanted to make it easy to see and read and understand for newer people. So I enlisted Mr. Hatch because I knew that he has a whole woodworking area in his garage, and he helped me plane and engrave these new signs, and they were just like better than I expected. When I heard of engraving machine, I didn't really know what I was meant to expect, and it was really nice work. And then we painted them. We painted all the words black so they're about to stand out. Paint it again, you get all the extras, and then it looks like this beautiful painted sign that looked like it, like I filled in every single one, and I didn't. I just spray painted it. It was really nice. And there's not a picture, but we covered them with like finish, like 2 or 3 coats on each because we want them to last a really long time. So we took them all down and then we put them all up, and the difference in being able to read them is phenomenal. I love it. I like how it looks. I like how they're all they match. They have the same font. They have the same size, and you can tell where they're all going. So that was a really nice thing that happened. We also went through and we spray painted all the trails, especially the newer trails, because we knew that sometimes when you're on the trail, there's a lot of places where you get a little confusing at where you have to go. So the our Bull Memorial Trail we did yellow, and then the McCarthy Trail we did blue, and it's on a bunch of trees as you go throughout. We just use spray paint that doesn't hurt the tree and doesn't hurt the environment. Just a nice way to keep you on track the whole time. We also took those little maps that you saw and we printed them out and we laminated them and put them up on the sign. So when people first come to the park, they're able to read the sign and they're able to see exactly where they're planning to go. It also says how long the trail is, so people can know how long they should plan to be hiking for. And then, this is what I was most excited to do. This is actually what started the idea, was the idea of identifying all the different trees. So we tied ribbons on, I think, 17 different types of trees. And obviously I'm not the tree expert, so I had to enlist the other Mr. Hatch, because apparently the Hatches are actually the most useful people in town. And he was able to be my tree expert. So we went around and he helped me identify all the different tree types, which I had no idea what I was looking at. But after my adventure, I do know how to identify some of the different trees now, which is kind of cool. And we tagged all of them and we left them, and we actually, most of the ribbons stayed up through the time it took for us to get our signs made for them, which was really nice. We got these signs made through BOCES, which I just have to give the biggest thanks ever to BOCES. They helped us because this is school property, and the price for these signs outside of BOCES was a lot. It was about like $50 or more per sign, and they're about like this big. So it was gonna be really expensive, but BOCES helped us out and they did such a good job. You can see there's little engravings of the leaves for each tree. I give them all the information, and then they put it onto a sign that will work for them, and they send it over. So then we drill holes in all of them so we can hang them up. And then I once again called upon my tree expert to make sure that I didn't hurt any trees, because it is really important that when you put tree tags on trees, you do it the correct way, because if you do it the wrong way, it can damage the tree, and that was the opposite of what we wanted to happen. So it was kind of cold, so we were kind of chilly, but it was definitely like worth it, because once you see it and you know that as kids walk through the woods, they're actually going to know what they're looking at instead of just seeing a bunch of random trees. It just made me feel like, wow, people are going to learn something every time they walk through here. They're going to learn about a new kind of tree, because it's impossible to see them all the first time. So what they look like, it's hard to get the close-up pictures to look nice, but they were just beautifully made. They're made out of material that is made to be outside, so they're not going to weather too easily, and they're going to stay up for a while. And then our last thing was we wanted just new letters on the sign out in the front. We just wanted it to say Cash Park, very like bright. We wanted people to be able to see it from the road, and you can see it from the road. We tested it. It's a big difference. It went from being overgrown and the sign was falling over and you couldn't read it, and now it is. We made sure to arrange that it gets mowed regularly. We made sure that you can read the signs. You can sit at the benches now. You can even read the signs back there. So this is some of our other before and afters. It was just a big difference that I hope will be utilized by the community in the future. I just really hope that people are able to use Cash Park now that it's more accessible. And then our other idea was to make it more sustainable and usable by more of the community. We made some lessons ideas that follow the curriculum for the elementary students, because elementary students love going on adventures and going out. So by taking them out and taking them to Cash Park, they're able to learn a lot more. So here's some of the lesson ideas we made. Keeps the kids in nature, allows them to get actual experience with their community to understand what's going on. And it offers a variety of different things. A lot of it is nature related because you're out in nature, but there's always just the option of taking kids up there as just a way to show them the place, and as a way to get exercise, and as a way to explore. So I have to give a big thank you to a lot of people that were on this. I have to give a thank you to Mr. Carey Hatch, my tree informant, and my project advisor, because I needed someone who knew what I was doing and could help me. He is the person to go to when you have tree problems. And Mr. Richard Hatch, because he helped with the woodworking. So really, it's just in the family to be helpful. Works out really well. Miss Crystal Clay, she's the one who helped us get the tree tags over to BOCES, and she helped format it all so it worked out on every tag. Miss Goodrich, she helped us 3D print the new letters that we saw on the sign. Mr. Swayze, he donated all the wood for free, and it was the kind of wood that works well for outdoor weathering and stuff, because he is also a wood expert. He knows a lot, and he knew exactly what we needed. And then the Cash Park committee, every meeting everyone was willing to help in some way, and that was the best part, was having support. I needed the support. I needed other people to help me out, especially because it's hard to keep yourself motivated over the summer to do 80 hours of work towards something that no one else is really doing. So having a committee with me, they all gave ideas, they all helped me out, and they were definitely my biggest support on this, because they also saw the issues and they encouraged me to fix them. And then the school, because it was your land, and thank you for letting me work on it, because I needed something that was close to home, that I felt like I was actually making an impact on, and by being able to do it with the school that I grew up in, it made it perfect for me. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for helping me with my goal.
Good job. Awesome.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
I think you had a lot more than 80 hours.